I do haemodialysis at Royal London Hospital Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I do part self-care, so that includes, I put myself on and I monitor my machine, and the staff take me off at the end of my treatment. A nurse shows you what to do and you watch her, and then after a while you start doing it and they stay and watch you, and they don't leave you until you are happy with what you can do. Training takes as long as the patient needs. The nurse never leaves you until you're confident. The pros for haemodialysis for me is that I can plan my day still, plan my week, and I know what slots I'm going to be allocated of my treatment, and that suits me very well. Being on haemodialysis and doing self-care, part self-care, means that I can do my treatment, and it's also having the peace of mind that if anything goes wrong or if I need any help, staff is there to help me. And I feel like a patient only at the hospital. The downsides of haemodialysis could be that you feel very tired after dialysis, you may feel drowsy. I don't normally book things in because you're not too sure how you're going to feel at the end of dialysis. When I'm dialysing at the hospital, I bring my iPad, I watch my programmes I may have downloaded, I read the paper, I do some of my letters, I could do my correspondence, talk on the phone, do some appointments.
The type of dialysis I use is hemodialysis. It's done at home, so it's called home hemodialysis. It's done on alternate days, so it'd be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and then the next week would be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. At home, you get to choose your time. You want to do it in the morning, you do it in the morning. You want to do it late at night, you want to do it late at night. You can do it at any time, and I feel that freedom is a big boost in home hemodialysis. Let's just say you have a party that you need to go to afterward or before, you can go to that party and then dialyze afterwards or whatever you want to do. The pros of hemodialysis are that you get immediate cleansing of the blood rather than it being like a 24-hour thing where it gets to stay on you the whole time, but it's an immediate one. And then after that you get a free day to do what you want, and then you go back into it again. So it's not constant everyday dialysis. You get like a little break in between. Hemodialysis makes me feel as though I'm a bit stronger. It feels like it's a very effective treatment, that afterwards I have enough strength to do what I need to do on my off days.
My dialysis is palatorium dialysis, which is manual dialysis I am using. This is called manual one. I'm doing in my home. I mean, always before I start dialysis, I have to clean first my head. They say to me, when I start dialysis, they told me first, this is the important thing, hygiene, very important for this. So I'm very careful. That's why I think I'm all right. They say, okay, no problem. Your dialysis is going very good, no problem. I'm very, very careful for this. I do 4 times a day, every day, and take about half an hour altogether when I start the 20 minutes to go out fluid and 20 minutes to go in. That's it. I do start at 6 o'clock morning, first one. Then 11:30, 12, something like that. Then 6 o'clock and 11 at night. I got a training in hospital about 3 weeks' time. Me and my daughter and my son. Before I start the dialysis, they show me how to do, otherwise we can't do anything, They have to show me how to clean and this, how to change everything. They show me before. Then I now used to, no problem for me to do this, easy to me. I go upstairs and clean the tables and everything, and I joined my bags in my kadara. It goes out and goes in, that's it. I do home mostly, and I'm asked them if I go somewhere. I want to go to Birmingham or Manchester. They say, no problem, you can take with you. Even you can do in the car also, no problem. 2-3 times I've been in Bangladesh. I've been there, Bangladesh, for 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So they send the all fluid in Bangladesh, my home. So I did there. So now nothing wrong. I can come back again 3 times, no problem for me.
I'm on peritoneal dialysis and I dialyse at home. I have a machine that I use and now I dialyse every night for about 8 hours. There were a number of options that were presented and I felt that the peritoneal was better for me purely because I work and I really didn't want to stop working. And I also felt very much that I wanted to be in control of my treatment rather than the treatment being in control of me. I would still have the freedom to go to work during the day. If I needed to go out in the evenings, I could sort of change my timing so that I could go out. In the evenings, when I come home from work, I've got like a routine. So I come in and the first thing I do is set the machine up, make sure everything's done. And that takes about sort of, 15 minutes, if that. And then at night time, I generally go on the machine about 10 o'clock, then I go to bed. But, you don't have to go to bed straight, you don't have to go to sleep. So generally I've usually got a book. I've got other things that I can take upstairs to bed with me. It feels normal. The only difference is that at night time, I have a treatment that I need to do. But to all intents and purposes, during the day, I'm as normal as you. Nobody would know that I'm on dialysis. Even when I tell people, they're like, what? And they're really surprised because to me, it's become very normal. It's what I do. It's part of my life. Even though I dialyse at home, I am very well supported by the hospital. There are sort of helpline numbers that you can phone if, for example, there is a technical problem with the machine. If you have a medical issue, there are nurses and staff on duty 24 hours at the hospital. There's a special line that you can ring, and then you can be bleeped through.
I feel sometimes tired. Doctors say you can feel, don't worry. This is your kidneys problem. You can feel tired, so you'll be all right again. Don't worry. This. So I know. You say that it's all right. I feel tired sometimes, definitely. But few minutes after or hours after, I feel better again.
One of my tips is sipping ice because it attains more. It's less fluid than as if you're drinking cups of water. Other tips would be if you have this urge of drinking fluid, just mouthwash or chewing gum. Keep your mouth busy with other things rather than drinking water.
My top tips for patients that's going to be doing hemodialysis is to know your treatment or get to learn your treatment, be positive and just take one step at a time.
I suppose top tip is, once you've had the training and they've told you what to do, if you're not sure about something, ask. And if things don't feel right, don't think this is the way it should be, always ask. And I think another thing to bear in mind is that how I see it is this is keeping me alive. It's enabling me to carry on with my life as was. I've got 6 grandchildren who I absolutely adore. I've got 2 younger ones that I'm sort of very much part of their lives. And I just feel really, really happy that I'm able to do this treatment and to a certain degree continue with life as normal.